What's going on, guys? This is gonna be a trade recap. What has happened today in the stock market? More specifically, what went down in my Discord today, right? We took two trades, one on Tesla, one on SPY, and we're gonna hop straight into it. We're gonna break down this 4 hour chart that we could see there, and we have this nice little demand zone from a few weeks ago. And you could say this extended all the way to this area, right? This candle couldn't close under it. We have the wick of that same candle. You could see no other candles could close under that until, nope, nothing. Still, this green candle couldn't close under that previous. And you could see, if you've ever taken any of my classes, I do talk about that candle close a lot. That is what tells you the truth, right? And right now we could see this demand zone is technically holding up. You see that push to a higher high above that one. And even though we came down today, we are still above this same demand zone. So at the same time, we are in this downtrend. You could see the lower highs, right? One there, one there, one there. I do see that there, but I'm gonna just skip over to this one. And then we got lower lows as well. And yeah, you can see the market is somewhat in pullback mode. Pullback from what? Pullback from this huge move up. All right, so it's all about context. You got to make sure you're looking at different time frames, because if you're just looking at this picture, you don't really know what's happening outside in this picture, and so on and so on. So what did we trade? And if you was part of the Discord community, what did you experience today? So first things first, in the watch list, July 29th, I told everyone we are ranging, right? It's a ranging environment today. What does that mean? We're ranging between 548 and 538 on the 4 hour chart. So if you look at this 4 hour chart that we have here, we could see 548 is right about in this area. And you could see this was on Thursday. So this was 547.50 down to 537.50. So around the areas instead about 548 to 538, right? Price could go up and down as much as it wants until it confirms it wants to go further outside of this range. But until then, we're inside of this range, right? And if you understand range environments, then you'll understand the characteristics of the price when it's inside of these range bound environments versus how price reacts and behaves when it's outside of these range bound environments, in which I call them trending environments, right? They're on the run. They're outside of this range. They're outside the cage. They're on the loose. And that's what you like to see for price movement, right? You could trade inside the range, but you got to make sure you come correct, take your profit when you're supposed to, so on and so on. Explaining today though, right? Why 548 as the resistance of this range? You could see this was the resistance here, 547 about 50, and this was the major reason why, because this was a previous support on about 2 weeks ago. And if you understand technical analysis 101, we learned that previous support, once it's broken, price should come back and test it as a resistance before continuing its downtrend. So at minimum, right, we should be testing this as resistance. Even if we're going to go further, even if we're going to go down, this is a high probability level to be tested. Just part of the 101, right? We should be learning this if we're starting to trade. All right, so with that being said, as bearish as that sounds, I actually took calls today. All right, I'm gonna finish what I said. It says that we're holding the 50 EMA on the daily chart, holding the 9 EMA on the weekly. So as bearish as it looks now, we're gonna zoom out to, oh, that was my 5 minute, but we're gonna zoom out to the weekly chart. Yeah, let's use this. But you could see on the weekly, it's holding this 9 EMA as support. Notice the price cannot close under this blue line, not the dotted ones, this one, right? See, no candle close. That means we are holding it as support, which is bullish from the weekly perspective. Let's go down to the daily chart, and even though we got below the 50 EMA, the yellow line, we got back above it on Friday, and we're still trading above it with a higher low. So that is also bullish. So as bearish as you could say the short term is, on the overall big picture, we're still bullish. All right, so that's key for context, and that's part of the reason why I said we have a ranging environment, because there's conflict in the market. There's bullish and bearish factors going on, which makes it hard for the market to choose one steady direction. All right, and you could see that in the price action from today. This is the 15-minute chart. You got price action going down, price action going up, then it's back down. And that's what I mean by ranging action, right? And you got to come correct if you're going to trade a ranging market, because you might get your profit in and it might take it away. All right, or you might stop out and then you would have had some good profit, which kind of what happened today. I didn't get stopped out, but I understood that this was a ranging market and the probability of it reversing was higher than normal, and that allowed me to hold my trade. It was actually around here, and we're gonna hop straight into it. I actually traded Tesla first, right? But I'm gonna explain the SPY trade since we are already talking about SPY. So you can see Tesla here was at 11:14. We're gonna get into it, but let's explain the SPY here at 2:26 p.m. We got a call for 68 cents, and I gave you guys some screenshots of this demand zone, and we're gonna see where this demand zone actually came from. And this one is a tricky one, right? We got a nice down move, consolidation, nice down move. So that created this zone, and we dragged it across. You could see price respected it there as resistance. It respected it there as resistance. It held it as support right there, held it as support right there. So this is all telling us this is a valid zone that we could use, and that's why I got the idea that we're bullish when we're in this area. So long story short, I believe I entered, let's go to the 5-minute, same picture. All right, so I believe I entered right here. No, right here. Because price made a huge move up, held this as support, came down, wick, and this candle was green. It told me, hey, this is holding that support big time, already fixing people out, and we was above this 9 EMA and ended up getting in. Came right back down, came down. Me understanding the context of everything and how I should be stopping out in this case, the first thing I will look for is a candle close below the low of this entire wave, which is right here. And the price could not close, right? It came down and back up. So that by itself gave me a huge reason to stay in the trade. We came down and we closed right, I believe, under. No, I don't know if we closed under it. Probably about 1 cent. But notice I have this support level drawn from this candle where we held it as support and pushed up, which is exactly where we reversed that. So good thing I didn't get out, and this ended up turning into a 17% trade, and I told people to take profit at 344. Simple, right? So that was the SPY trade. Next up, we're gonna hop into Tesla. Now on the watch list, this is what happened, right? After I gave you guys this breakdown on SPY, I gave you guys Tesla at 931. Tesla over 227.50. The target is 230. All right, so we're gonna go into Tesla land. Type that in. Tezzy. With the hezzy. All right, we're gonna switch this drawing to group class. All right. Now, yeah, let's get some context on Tesla and why am I so bullish. We have this 50 EMA on the daily chart that gives me a bullish condition. We are under. We are under. I need some water. All right, I'm back. So we are under the 9 EMA on the daily chart, which is bearish-ish, right, in the short term. But we're over the 50 EMA, which is bullish in the bigger term. So it doesn't completely wipe out any trades, but you have to make sure you are trading the short-term momentum properly and ready to take profit when you see the trend is turning, such as when it gets to that 9 EMA. We started the day down here, ended the day up here. So in the beginning of the day, we are going to take a look at what we've seen. This is where we started. We have this demand zone that was created. This is actually originally a supply because we dropped and then we broke through it, but this maintained its structure and it was used from this pullback here as support, pushed up, created a higher low. We're back above that 9 EMA. So now you have two different factors that's telling you we're bullish. You got the higher lows, you have the price above the 9 EMA, and we're bouncing off this demand zone, right? You also have this increase in volume, but I didn't see that because, the day was just starting. The volume didn't really, wasn't as visible to me. But what I am seeing is some space between, I seen space from here, 227.50 to right here, 230. There is no highs or lows to stop the price from moving from this level to this level. That means that if price clears this level and we're ready to continue moving, that means it's a go to grab some calls, do whatever you want to do, but the price is likely to reach this level according to technical analysis, right? That's what I did. Brian, right? We have Brian, who is one of our #1 students, called out that he actually secured the bag on Tesla. Where is it? Brian, where are you, Brian? So we're in the chat. And where did he call it out? Yep. 9:53, Tesla paid out 22% gain in 20 minutes. So just off of this watch list, just off of these instructions, he was able to execute, which is beautiful, right? So he's been doing one-on-ones with me and he's just learned my system and he finds it simple to follow and it's working. So you guys know what to do if you guys want to learn, if you guys need any help. So hopping straight into the actual trade I posted on Tesla, right? So notice that was one trade, all right? But understanding the system is that our goal is to be in flow with the price, right? So whatever the price is giving us, right? Any flow, any move, any momentum, our system gives the opportunity to enter and exit with profit or minimal risk, right? So, and that's with any opportunity. I probably made that sound way more complicated than it needs to be, but my system is able to capitalize on pretty much any move in the market, right? If you're gonna break out, I got something for that. If you're gonna pull back on a runner, I got something for that. If you are a range of market and you want to reverse, I got something for that. So we actually traded one of the most toughest markets today, which was the SPY. This was actually what I was looking at to enter this crazy stuff and ended up exiting with some profit. So long story short, Tesla was called out at 11.14 and the price was already pushed up from that first trade and pulling back to this 9 EMA. Called some calls for $1.24. 12:42 late. At 12:42, we was up 16%. At 1:21, we was up 33%. And I called scale out. So if you got a contract, that's your call to exit the trade with profit. If you have more than one contract, you scale out, right? That means you take off half of your profits, right? A third of your profits, but you should be taking off some profits, securing the deal, right? Because you got some money. So that was today, right? We could take a look at the Tesla action, what happened after the call out. It got to the I believe it was the 5-minute chart I might have looked at. Let's see. Let's take a look at the Discord. This is why the Discord is good, because you could go back and see all the trades that I've been doing, right? For days and weeks, right? Study, use my trading tips, right? That I put out every week. The watch list. If you just want to see the trades, the best trades out there, like this is golden. So you got a bunch of videos, so much stuff. But we're gonna stick to the topic. And Tesla was at the 15 minute chart. 15 minute chart. 15 minute 9 EMA. Wow. That's a pretty good entry. I'm not gonna lie. Just looking back at this, I haven't really looked back to study this, but just seeing how price went all the way up and it came all the way down, and I'm like, oh, hey, get in. That's pretty good. But shout out to Tesla and all the people who traded it for allowing this nice clean move to happen. But we grabbed some calls, and yeah, it was up 33%. So yeah, that was the trade. Still got a little bit on Tesla swing. So the reason why is because of the bullishness that I already said. I believe that this has some follow through. This is a great idea to take off most of your profit because of this 50 EMA. At the same time, I have I don't know what to call it. I like to call it a secret move or a secret indicator, but really all it is a pullback measurement, which we start from 234 to 227. That's about 7 points in between, and you add that to the top, which is 234 plus 7, and that would give you about 241. So 240 to 241 is a overall short-term target for Tesla, and you can see that is in the range of this area here. So I have this line drawn, and this is from a bigger time frame. We could take a look at the weekly, and we can see, yeah, about 241 is where this previous high is. So if we're if we're looking at this level to level, right? Notice this weekly range. This clear air area is what I would define it as. If we're above 223, then we should have clear air towards 241. The only thing is that we have this market structure to pay attention to as well. This was 232, which was a tough area to get beyond. But if we get beyond that, then 236 is the next level. And if that is broken, 239.27 because of that body. And then I would count this one here, 241, and then the body of this weekly candle, 244, and then up here 255. So that's that. Those are the levels simply by looking at this weekly chart. You guys could take a look at my charting workshop on my website. Link is in the bio. at a very great cost for 2-3 hours of learning how to do all this stuff. So I'll see you guys in the next one. If you guys want to join the Discord, link is in the bio, to catch the plays as we are moving and grooving. Check me out on Instagram because I post my plays, great tips on how to chart and why am I doing certain things with the moving average or the Fibonacci. Just cool things, just how to learn how to trade. So if you guys enjoy this video, like, leave a comment, and subscribe. And I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace.